Hey YouTube, another day, another dollar. We're out in the shop, we're tinkering. We're looking at the red dually we just picked up. We are going to be attempting to tear down the trans. I kind of want to see it myself because everyone is saying it's the intermediate shaft. That's why it goes in reverse, but it won't go forward. But it also could be the forward clutches. I know nothing about transmissions, and I just tore down I got a spare 48RE sitting here, and I just tore it down a little bit, and it's super easy to get to the intermediate shaft. So I'm gonna show you what I did. So as you can see here is a 48RE case, and here are some of the guts. Super easy to do. I did not need to pull this off, but since this trans is getting taken apart anyway, I need an overdrive housing unit for another trans because it is broke all around here. So I'm gonna swap it out. Next, I took off the pump assembly. It is 7 14mm bolts, or 13mm bolts, I'm sorry. And then I just went on the back side because this already had the valve body taken out. I took a screwdriver and just pretty much just tapped up there until the pump assembly, well, tapped down here until the pump assembly just got loose a little bit, and then just pulled it right out. Once the pump assembly is out, there is a hold down nut, set nut. This is for your band for the gear set here. This is the input shaft. This just pulls right out. Once that pulls out, this is your intermediate shaft. This just pulls right out of that. Simple. Never knew this, but there is some tedious measurements when putting all this back together to get the play set, because if you don't get that set, then this trans is junk. So I will not be attempting to put it back together. I just want to see if it's the intermediate shaft. This is the trans we pulled out of the dually. It has a stage 5 Rev Max triple disc converter. It has a billet input shaft, which is super nice. Obviously, it has a Rev Max deep pan. This was a fully built Rev Max transmission. And you guys seen that I picked this truck up for $3,000. Has the nice 19.5-inch Alcoa wheels. These are 10 lug, and he told me he had billet, you can't really see them, billet adapters made just for these wheels, because back when these were popular, no one really came out with adapters yet. So he put these on in 2005, I want to say. The truck is a 2003. No one was running these 10 lugs on the Cummins, so he spent a lot of money on these adapters. He said like $3,000 having the adapters made for these wheels. Pretty neat, actually. Now you can pick them up for about $1,500 for the 8 to 10 lug conversions. But super excited. I can't wait to get this truck back on the road. I can't say I am, because I want to keep the truck. I love this truck. I did take some wool wax and coat the rear axle, because as you can see on the frame, it has surface rust. Nothing bad, just some flaking. And the axle was like that too. So I came out here and I just coated the rear axle. I love this stuff. I buy it all the time. It is wool wax. I'll show you here in a minute. But it goes on kind of wet and it stays tacky. So if you're driving on a dirt road like me, it kind of sucks, but this absorbs into the metal, and it just penetrates the rust a lot better than any other oil coating that I've seen. I'll come over here and show you it. I always buy big boxes of it. It is a little expensive. It's like $15 a can, but that is what I use. Wool wax, rust penetration, and I get black just because I like it. But I'm gonna be doing the whole truck. My intentions are, if I keep it, I am cap swapping it, because there's no rust on the bed, which I'm super excited about, because you know beds are expensive. I can find rust-free cabs for $800, $1,000. I didn't look too good at the doors, but there's some rust right there. I think the other doors are rust-free. This does not bother me as of now, but that is my goals. I want to get this trans put back in. I do have a trans here that I could literally slap in here in the next hour. But if I'm keeping this truck, I want the built trans in it, because I want this truck to haul my shorty dually and my race truck. So I could put a rebuilt trans in it, but I'm putting the built trans. Now I got to learn how to do this. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Do this stuff. And I picked up another truck. If you guys want to see this one and why I bought it, I don't know if you can tell from here, but yes, it's a gasser. And yes, I bought it for that truck. And let me show you why. So you're gonna be saying, hey, why did you go and buy a gasser for a diesel? You don't need any parts off of it. You're right, I don't need any parts off of a gasser. There's nothing that I could use on this gas truck that'll work on my shorty dually. Besides one thing. It is a body part, and this truck is rusty. And I guess I'll show you. Check that out. I picked this truck up last night just for the hood. If you guys know, you know, this is an SRT 10 hood. It has clear coat flake, 0 rust. Finding these hoods are a dime a dozen. You always see right here around the crease that it always bubbles and rusts. And this truck is immaculate. Besides the clear coat, I don't care because the whole hood is getting painted. Walking around here, no rust. And what's kind of surprising, let me pop the hood for you. Again, if you know, you know, when you pop these hoods, this cross brace is always rusted out. This is the frame support for the grill. It is super clean. They always rust right here. When you press down this is always broke. Clean, clean, clean. The only spotted a little bit of rust is right here, which is normal, but the hood is immaculate. Now, these hoods sell so fast on Marketplace for like $1,000 to $1,500. I didn't want to spend that for my truck, so I bought this entire truck for $1,100. $1,100 I spent on a gasser. Here's my plans. I'm giving the guy the wheels back, or the tires. He wants the tires, they're brand new. He's getting the tires back. I'm keeping the wheels, obviously scrap. Now, here's what I do when I build my trucks. I'm gonna be keeping the hood. I'm gonna be scrapping this truck. 2 catalytic converters, $200. Rear end, if you don't know, these 1500s, if they have the 2 or 392 gears, $500-600 all day on the rear ends. This is a 4-wheel drive truck. Scrap weight on the truck's probably $500. So I'm breaking even on the entire truck. I'm getting a free SRT 10 hood. If you don't know, that is how I build my trucks. I do this all the time. I never pay anything for parts. I always find a truck that has what I need, and I go from there. I'll end up parting the entire truck out and getting that part for free. That's why I have a graveyard of Cummins. Any of these trucks that I bought is usually just for making a profit, but a lot of these trucks had what I wanted and had what I wanted to put in my other trucks. So in order to buy leather seats, they're like $1,500 a set. I bought this truck, mint leather. No, it wasn't this truck. Was it? No, it wasn't this truck. It was that truck, I think. Mint leather seats. Paid $5,000 for this truck. Ran and drove perfect. I sold the engine for $5,000, so I got a free truck out of it. Nope, it was that truck right there. Up there on the hill. But I bought this one because my buddy at work said, hey, my buddy's selling a truck. It's an 06. He says, come get it, $3,500. The next day I got the truck, I sold the engine for $5,500. $5,500 I just sold an engine for. So I'm already profited. The transmission, that's the blue one in the garage I just showed you. Gonna be selling that for $3,500 because it's been rebuilt. T-case, $800. And these are parts I sell regularly. Not everyone can do this because it takes a following to get started. I started out with one truck. One truck is all I started out with. It took me a month to part out that one truck. Then I got 2, then 4, then 6. And now I got a bunch of trucks, so I always have parts on hand. That's why I do this. I got a bunch more trucks too. So that's pretty much how I started out. And I know one of you on my YouTube wanted some badges. I can pull badges off anything for you. If you guys need any parts, little things, I don't mind sending them out for free. A lot of the little stuff I scrap, so if you need little stuff, send me a message. The same name is on my other account. If you want to check out my other social medias, and send me a message. But yep, this is what I'm into. Cummins life. Look, I got an engine down here. Sold the ECU out of it. This has a hole in the block, but the cores are still worth money, so I keep a bunch of cores. I'll show you the back of my garage later. I got a bunch of engines back there too. But I'm so excited. Last night that gasser popped up on Marketplace. It was literally 4 miles from my house. So mint SRT10 hood. You can't find them. And if you do, you got gold on your hands. Another thing you can't find that's gold is the rear wheel liners. And this truck to have rear liners is kind of rare. I've never seen them on the 1500. They're always on the dualies. If you get those liners, $250 all day. They will sell like crazy on Marketplace. And I don't only buy trucks. I'll buy a lot of scrap cars when I can too. Just because side profit, this is what I do for a living. And yeah, I also do work for other customers' cars, trucks. I'm doing an engine swap right there in that guy's truck. He bought an engine off me, so I'm putting an engine in his truck. And right now my dually is on the lift, so I'm doing mine first because that guy pays me in payments. And yeah, but if you love this content, if you love diesels, if you love Cummins, follow along. I'd love to share what I know. I'm not fully informed on everything, but I do build trucks. You've seen my red shorty, you've seen my blue shorty. I cab swap, I engine swap, I trans swap. I've never dug down into a Cummins below the head, so I don't know too much about pistons. But yeah, if you have guys love what I do, I love sharing what I do. I love my experiences. There's my other accounts on everything. Follow along, like, share, subscribe. Let's get this account blown up. And maybe we'll start doing some giveaways. Truck parts, aftermarket parts, anything you guys need. Just get my name out there. I love doing this. So we'll see you on the next one. And follow along. Diesel Kid on all my social medias. In the next video, I will be showing you guys the teardown of this 48 RE right here and show you how I did it to this one right here. So take it easy and we'll see you on the next one.